AIM-listed Forbidden Technologies has signed a breakthrough deal with Microsoft. The agreement will enable the US giant to sell Foreseen through its Azure marketplace. To tell us more, I am joined by Chief Executive Aziz Musa. Hello, Aziz.
Hi, Charlotte.
Thank you for joining us today. Now, tell me more about this deal. For those that don't know what it is, tell us about Azure marketplace as well.
Sure. So Azure is a cloud storage platform. It's a major part of the Microsoft portfolio. A large number of clients that use Azure are in the media space. Essentially, they'll record content and store that content within Azure. It essentially allows those media clients to have storage without having to fork out large capex fees for physical hardware, because it's cloud-based storage. They have a marketplace where they have a number of apps which add value to their customers. What they've never had historically is a true professional non-linear editor that works in the cloud. And of course, that's what Foreseen by Forbidden Technologies is. So we have had a basic technical integration with them for some time. It's similar to integrations that we have with Avid, for example. But this is a step change in our relationship. It's a partnership between the two of us, whereby their sales team will be able to sell Foreseen to their media clients. And so for us, it's potentially transformative as an agreement. By being the only true professional video editor on the Azure cloud, we have not only access to their customers, but the ability to say to our customers to use Azure as their storage point rather than buying physical hardware. So it's potentially a very big deal for us as a company.
Well, it's very significant indeed, especially with the sort of endorsement a name like Microsoft will give you. But are you able currently to give us an idea how much this deal is worth financially?
I think that it's important to be clear with investors what we expect internally. This is not a deal that will make significant revenue contribution in 2016. Our next steps are really to create the marketing collateral and work with the Microsoft sales teams to train them on how to sell our product. But we absolutely expect it to contribute in 2017. And I think with interviews with yourself, Charlotte, in the past, where I've spoken about how my ambition for Forbidden Technologies is to build this into a tens of millions of pounds business. And our own analysis, our own runways and plans see us getting close to eight figures, but never quite there. And really it's deals like this agreement that will help us get into that tens of millions of space in years 2, 3, 4, and 5. So a modest contribution in 2016, more significant contribution in 2017, and hopefully growing beyond there.
And an important validation of your technology, obviously.
Absolutely. It is a great validation. It's always great to have further validation of our technology, but I think that we've already had a lot of validation. We have been used by NBC and by Google and by ABC and by most broadcasters within our own country, and we've been used on the Olympics and for various other sporting events. So I think we're laden with proof points. I think that our technology works, and we do something that others can't do. And so our focus really since November has just been about getting that message to market, about building out a pipeline and closing deals. And I hope that that's what investors can see, is that our focus has been on closing deals, and we're already starting to see the fruits of that labor. And I think that's a really important point for me, is that, in real terms, we're only 4 or 5 months into this project, but the organization has already started to feel the shift that we've enacted, the new sales resources coming on board and closing deals at a much faster rate. And I don't want to overpromise for this year, but we, I said in our last interview, we want 2016 to be the year that we start to see growth within Forbidden Technologies, and that still remains the aim, and this can only help.
So a lot of momentum with Foreseen currently. What is the progress you have made for Captivate, your video editor, and Eva, your social media platform?
So Eva continues to grow its pipeline, and we have a number of pitch meetings every every week. And so, we have pitches and proposals at various stages. It's embryonic, really, in its sales life. And so we'll start to see those deals close out in the coming months. And as deals close, we'll keep investors informed. Captivate is starting now to move out of its beta phase. It's very well featured. There's a lot of features in there. People who use the product, and there are thousands of people who use the product, use it very fully. They upload video, they highlight, they use the highlighter to do the rough cut editing of their video, and then they add in extras and download video. And so the usage rates are very impressive for a product that's only just kind of moving out of its beta phase. So now we'll start to test different monetization models, and as we start to see a more stable conversion rate, we'll keep investors informed in that. I'm very excited about how the future looks for Captivate, just because of the way people have engaged with the product. The data is very compelling. I hope that in the back end of this year, and certainly moving into 2017, that can start to be a more significant part of our revenue portfolio.
Okay, Aziz, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Aziz Musa, Chief Executive at Forbidden Technologies, about this breakthrough deal with Microsoft.